Just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing? I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on him. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
You was asking about college.
Yeah, along with your host, Mase and Cam.
Killer, what's good, man?
What's good, man? Good to see you. How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a freaky week.
to say the least. To say the least. It has been a real nasty, freaky week, to say the least.
I don't know if I want to be top 5 anymore, you know? The way things are going on out here.
It's been a freaky week, man, to say the least, man.
Can I ask you a question, Mase?
Yeah.
First of all, glad to have you back. You've been missed.
Yeah.
But it has been a crazy week. In your opinion, what do you feel like?
Freaky week, Stat.
Freaky week.
A freaky week.
In your opinion, what do you feel like was the craziest headline you saw?
I don't know which one is crazier. No. The Kanye one was crazy.
That was
crazy.
For sure.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Some things you just gotta stay out of. Pause. You gotta stay out of that one.
Okay.
I just found out about the Kanye thing this morning when y'all guys brought it up. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Could you update me?
Yeah. So for those who don't know,
because I didn't know.
Ye
I'm covering my ears.
Yeah. Ye just posted a tweet basically saying that he released a new song called Cousin. It was about his sexual relations that he had with his male cousin. They were reading inappropriate sexual things. They did the acts upon each other, and basically him saying after the fact that cousin got in some legal trouble, and he felt like he may have had something to do with it by telling them they could not participate in dirty things anymore with each other. So basically they was sucking each other. Yeah.
They was what?
They was sucking on each other.
Niggas be conveniently gay. Like, yo, it's like, yo, let's be gay for a little while now because this man is popping. So now let's talk about when I was gay at one time. Yo, I don't got nothing against gay people. Like I said, I respect the gay people that say they gay. I don't really like the people when I'm talking about gay people that's hiding that they're gay in the closet. That's what I'm saying. Come out and say that you gay. If that's what you doing, cool. Kanye been in the public eye for at least going on 20 years, if not longer. Maybe 22, 23 years, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. And now you gay or had gay acts or whatever the point would be, shit ain't working. Everything he got going on ain't seem to been working. He had swastikas. He's Hitler last month, wasn't he? Hitler? And then he was a KKK nigga about 3 weeks ago. Now he molested his cousin and he gonna do a song about it. It's just too convenient. See, and you know what I like what academics did, to be totally honest with you? What academics did was he filmed everything in that interview. Now imagine that interview would have started with the KKK shit on. You'd be like, oh, this nigga's crazy. Oh, this nigga Kanye is wild. He filmed when he came in, Kanye was a regular person. Hey man, how you doing? What's happening? Cool? Let me go change and put my shit on. Come back out, now let me get the BA now. Then when he thought the interview was over and they stopped taping, he took the shit off and was a regular cool nigga again. I would go for some of this shit, pause, if we didn't just see shit like that. And not just shit like that. When I'm around Kanye, I don't see none of the crazy shit. I haven't been around him in years. Maybe like 3 years ago, I seen him for about an hour or two. But he's a regular guy that wanted to rap and did hot beats and so on and so forth. And he figured out a lane for himself. He started with snatching shit and paparazzi on his pictures, got around the right bitches that made his celebrity grow and made their celebrity grow too. And, you know, I remember Dame talking about Cam, you know, he's bipolar, he don't be taking his medicine. I never knew this. I'm not saying he is, and I'm not playing with people who are bipolar. I get it. I just never seen none of this shit. And I've been around Kanye for a long time ago. I just didn't see a murder. Is that still your son?
That's a crazy way. Oh my gosh.
You said I was your son. No, son, if it's your son, it's all right. I just want to.
That was a good.
I'm just
Yeah. I gotta pray for Ye, man. I don't know that guy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't know what to say. This is just wow, yo.
It's just a yes or no question.
That person is not my son.
Okay. Got you. And what I'm saying is, if this is true, what I will say is this. I lived in Chicago for about 5 years. Shout out to the West Side, K-Town, all my niggas on the South Side, the Hundreds and everything. Everybody know I stayed up in Chicago for about a good 4 or 5 years. And Chicago is one of the best towns, best cities. Mm-hmm. I love Chicago because I got New York vibes, but it was super duper violence. Don't get that fucked up. But the women were more cool. Like, it wasn't New York, like, you know, New York girls are a little rough or whatever. It was like New York vibes. I'm talking about, you know, to me, the West Side reminded me of Harlem. South Side was like Brooklyn. They got trains, they have a downtown, et cetera. It was, landscape-wise, it was like New York. And I had a real good time. But, and I'm not saying nothing about the city of Chicago, but two of the biggest superstars ever, it's some molestation, nasty, peeing on bitches shit. It's a lot of shit going on with two of the biggest superstars ever, not just from Chicago, ever in music history, where some personal nasty shit going on. I don't know what was going on up there like that. This is before I got there, obviously, but y'all putting a stain on a good city, man. Y'all need to cut the shit, baby.
I'll just add.
Sound like you want to say something. Murder.
Nah, it just seemed like Ye going through a lot, you know.
Yes.
I think he's really just trying to. Hopefully, I hope he's trying to find his way back to himself. But you gotta have the right people around you and things like that. Because when something like this comes out, I reached out to a few people that I know used to be close to him, but they're no longer close to him. So I don't know really who's around. And I pray he make it back, because this is crazy. I wouldn't do all of this to sell music. I definitely wouldn't. Like what you were saying, Killer. I believe that's what's happening, but I definitely wouldn't do this to sell music.
We know you wouldn't do it. Do you believe he's doing it?
I definitely, but I think he's definitely using it to sell the music, and that's the sad part about it.
Yeah, and not only that, and listen, I want to get better too, but I'm gonna stop feeling sorry for niggas with money. Cause there's niggas with no money who getting evicted tomorrow. They don't got the rent money. Somebody died in their family, they can't pay for the funeral. Niggas gotta live in a projects where they don't like niggas on the other side of projects, niggas shooting on this side of projects, niggas up the block don't like niggas down the block. You gotta stay in that environment. Yeah, you can get on the flight and go anywhere. I'm not gonna keep feeling sorry for niggas who could change their circumstances. It's niggas who stuck in certain circumstances who can't change their circumstances, but we steady giving pity to niggas who could change their environment. I'm not doing it. I hope my man get his rent money that he need, because I gave it to him last month. Hopefully he'll get it again this month. It's situations like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hope that it's another nigga I know. Last year, I helped his son pay for his tuition. It's another year. They have to pay for a tuition coming up this year. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna help out. But that's his kid, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't my man like that. You know, I do good because his son is good. I like his son a lot. But the point being is, it's niggas in them type of situations.
Yeah.
We got to stop this.
Feeling sorry for niggas who know better.
Yeah.
I like that. I could go with that.
Yeah, man. Because if it was a situation, like I said, when I see the academic shit and I see them getting the character, I'm like, I don't know, man.
And he needed to give that statement to academics. If he would have started the interview with that on academics, it would have went viral from the jump. But it seemed like they didn't get the traction they wanted. So he's like, yo, I'm going to amp it up.
Yeah. To be honest with you, the best person to ask about this is because we haven't been around in a while, and if bipolar, not bipolar, acting right, not acting right, it's that she was with the nigga about maybe less than a year ago. She's in the room hanging out with that nigga. How'd it go, Stat, when you was in the room?
How'd it go, Stat?
Should we go to the clip?
You was playing beats and all that? Yeah.
Maybe we should go to the clip with Stat in there when he's doing the rant. How was that rant when you was in there, Stat?
I plead the fifth.
That you was in there for the rant?
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Stat, they gonna find that rant with you in it.
I get tagged in it all the time. Like I don't even have much to say.
All right.
I can't speak on that man's character. I can't speak on what's going on. I can't speak on his life. So I'm a hush. But what I will say is, hurt people. He's clearly going through a lot. I hope that gets figured out. I hope the comments about the different communities get figured out, because yes, he's made it clear that he has trauma, but there's also been destruction amongst other communities, that some things that you say just can't be taken back, which I feel like just overall needs to be figured out. So I don't even know at this point what the solution would be. I just hope somebody figures it out. Because to Mace's point, he was saying, trying to make sure he's good, trying to reach out to people who used to be around, they're no longer around. Who do you turn to when all the people that you were once around are no longer there?
That's where it becomes dangerous, because everybody that may be around may be just pushing them in the wrong direction, because it keeps them in control of whatever it is they got. And that it just seemed like it's going to be a very bad outcome. So I pray he finds somebody that he could talk to, somebody that, so he don't have to do all this on the internet, because the internet is unforgiving. So when he turns around, he's running out of those options. So where, the first couple of times, like Cam said, people feel sorry, but after a while, the gig is up, man. We see what you're doing. It just won't work that way no more. And, I got a lot of love for Ye, but I got to call black, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga be with John Monop. That's one of the day ones, man. John Monop's still in the circle. Don C broke out. John Monop, because, I didn't speak to Ye a few months ago when he's running around with the Dipset chain, but niggas tried to reach out to me. And it was John Monop like, yo, Ye want to speak to you. And John Monop's a day one. This is what I'm saying. All this should be crazy. Oh, he's not with none of it. Yeah, you're with John Monopoly. I'm not jacking that knee, but John Monop's a day one. I'm not doing it.
It's a case closed. I don't know. I hope everybody figures it out. It's a lot. And we're not even done unpacking, because before we get into the game, Mase, I got to ask you, we started a little discussion yesterday. All the Shannon Sharpe stuff. For those who are watching this new episode, basically he was being accused of sexual assault. On the side, he tried to offer the victim $10 million. She declined it. Now they're trying to take 50. She declined it. Oh, he offered, yes, 10 million. They declined it. They want $50 million out of the case. Audio files have been released. Text messages have been released. He released the video.
What is saying the audio? Because I want to make sure what I heard
something
was what
about choking her, and she was like, I don't want to be choked. And he was like, yes, you do. But he's claiming it was an edited audio file. It's a lot of different parts. And I know for the audience, I'm summing it up. If you want to know more details, it is online. But Mase.
His new, and also Mace's new audio came out yesterday. He said, you want a big back, I put a big black baby in you.
Man.
He said, a little white girl put a big black baby in you, or something to that effect.
Wow. This is a lot. Where do we start? The girl is 19. He's how old?
54 or 56, one of the
50. Let's just say 50, in the late 50s, right? So he's in his late 50s. She 19. This is a lot. This is a lot, because I know when I'm hearing people, they're like, "Well, this wouldn't have happened with a black girl." Let's start right there. With a black girl, he probably would have paid child support. There's a lot of things. It would have been easier. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not for this, but it would have been easier with a black girl if let's say she was from the projects. Her name was LaTanya. You know, he wouldn't have been paying what he's paying. I just know that much. Y'all think I be laughing? I'm not trying to see. This is why I don't talk. Y'all don't think I'm trying. I'm not trying to make light. This is a serious matter, right? This is a real serious matter. Let's make it serious, because I'm not trying to joke. People would say that a man only end up here when he's being arrogant, right? When people get a bunch of money, they think they could do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been rich. I'm rich. Killer's rich. He's been rich. You know, a lot of people been rich and they still are rich, but I don't think we've ever gotten to the place where we're takers. You know, this is what I'm getting at. And for him to offer 10 million says that there might be some truth to this, because I'm not offering nobody no 10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason the 10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the 10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing? I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on them. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
You was asking about college.
Yeah, this is your Thurgood Marshall right here. Him right there. For real? Yeah, that nigga worth a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. He was like, 10 is my 10. You gotta put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long. I know this is how P's think, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody's watching this and you know that behavior, you just put it in the chat and say it's Mase lying. And then another thing I want to look at in this whole entire case, right? I heard something about 50 or 25,000 a cheek.
25,000 a cheek.
That's what she texted him. She need 25,000 per cheek.
What are you doing with a cheek to pay 25? No, this is a lot. Pause. This is a lot to unpack. Just really thinking about it from an objective point of view. We pray all of this is like a fallacy or some kind of hoax or something like this, because he was about to get a bunch of money. And you know, when you're about to get a bunch of money, people that hate on you just wait until you're about to get that money and rain on your parade. But we can't say that. And that's why I wanted to say it, to get Stats' opinion. I knew when I said that she was gonna go, yeah. No, you can't be on your way to 100 million. I keep telling Killer, right? And niggas picking these kind of girls. You can't do that. We talked about this with Ant-Man. We talked about this with several players. You just can't do that. You about to get 100 million. You can't throw it away for IG model. Is she an IG model?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. How does that work?
She got her separate account and she do her thing on there and people pay.
Is that the one like when people show their feet?
You can. It's whatever the client want.
So just think about this. What can he do at this point? Killer, what can he do at this point?
Yeah, I pay.
He's not wrong.
I don't want him to pay, but he already made an offer.
Who told him that? Who told him to make an offer?
I don't know. It must be bad if you want to make an offer.
I'm not making no offer. Niggas can say what they want. I'm not making no offer. Listen, I'm going to court. You gotta get it through the courts.
Yeah, listen.
That's how you supposed to do it. I'm not giving up no money.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like she wanted abusive. To be fair about it, she wanted anal sex and got mad because he didn't put a condom on. It sounded like she wanted some. I would put it like this. My personal opinion is what I was rocking with. I was rocking with Shannon. Like, this is Shakedown because he moved from Cali to Nevada. She moved from Cali to Nevada, and I was obviously 100% saying this some fucked up shit until I found out he offered money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I was pretty much just having fun, but pause, after you say he offered 10, that changes everything.
Yeah, and then what he said also, I don't know if you know this part, when he made his statement, he said I believe what they're trying to do is going to be 30 seconds of a sex tape that comes out that's going to try and make me look bad. If you want to do everything, he said, I don't have the tape. But if you want to show everything, show the whole 10 minutes. He said, but 30 seconds of this tape makes him look really bad. So now we got audio of him saying he's choked her. Once he's going to choke her. And he says some slick shit to her that, little white girl, I put a black baby in you now, a violent 30 seconds of sex tape supposed to come out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if I hope all of this is untrue. If it is true, then they gotta do something about this. If ESPN can endure this, then they should give guys like Paul Pierce his job back. They should give Matt Barnes his job back.
Yep.
And even Michael Irvin, our own Michael Irvin, should get his job back.
Yeah.
If people are not just gonna, honor what they supposed to honor, to me, I believe that he should keep his job if he's innocent. But if he's guilty and ESPN keeps him, then ESPN need to give all those people their job back. But I don't really know how this is going to turn out.
That's very true.
And I saw really was the interview with Stephen A. when he was speaking of it. And I was watching it very carefully, Killer.
Stephen A. said something about this already?
Yeah, because Stephen A., he didn't stand with Shannon Sharpe like he stood with Jay-Z. When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, the guy I know, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like, I wasn't there.
Yo,
in a nutshell, yeah.
I gotta keep it static, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there for Jay-Z neither. You wasn't there for Jay-Z. You were not there for Jay-Z, but you went out on a limb because of the character of guy you know. So I'm not saying that you're wrong for that. I'm saying I would have thought that the same standard would be there, right? If for a guy you work with every day. Or not every day, but
Damn near.
And I'm not taking a shot at Stephen A. It's just an observation.
It does sound like you was taking shots at Stephen A. From what you saying, I didn't see Stephen A. shit, but what I'm gathering, what you said from Stephen A. said, he basically said, I don't know the nigga like that.
Well, I ain't putting my hundreds of millions on the line for him.
Yeah, you like, no, I want to hire the nigga. He a little freaky nigga. I don't really know the nigga that well. So whatever happened or whatever happens. I already know Stephen A. He one of them people like, this is going to interfere with me. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Stephen A. is corporate.
He said, I recruited Shannon, but I'm not the boss. Basically, the other higher-ups have to deal with it. That's what he said, verbatim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, basically.
Is that throwing him under the bus?
Not a little bit, but not really.
In the streets, it's throwing you under the bus.
Yes.
But for corporate, he's not, because he's like, I hired you, and if I hire you and you do something crazy,
right,
then now ESPN is going to look at me when I bring somebody new in here like, can we trust my decision making? And I need them to know.
Right.
I brought them here on talent. I didn't bring them here on morals and principles, because you got to remember this whole situation, as the history goes, a couple months into the deal when he brought him in there was already an allegation. You know what I'm saying? So now with this coming out, it's just like the second thing, because remember, there's the tape. And Walt Disney can't do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree with the part you said. Niggas that they fired for less.
Yeah, they fire
Bring
a
him
lot
back.
of people for less.
Yeah. Stephen A. said, I don't know the nigga, huh? I got to go watch that out. That's a
Yeah, but the messed up part is the $100 million. I hope he really get that $100 million. Well, let me ask you something, Killer. If you had $100 million on the table and a joint from back in the days just said, you know what, I need 50. Mm-hmm. When you didn't wild out, but you said some things on tape you wasn't supposed to say. Not that you did, but and she said I need 50. What would be your response?
Take it to trial. I don't got $1, yo. I ain't got $1 for none of them old bitches. Yo, listen, man. That's why I got an iPhone 3. I got everything. And I got it all. I got 3 desktops full of information, all my phones. I got Nextel flip phones. I got all that because I know for a fact that it's a lot of angry women that things may not have worked out between not just me, anybody.
Yeah.
And then you come up and then they're mad about this is a recent situation. Yeah. You're right. You're 100% right. It's a bunch of females that been back in the days. Not like I said, don't even gotta be me and be like, oh, this nigga up, he don't remember he did this, he did that to me, he did this. You have to keep your receipts, yo. Everything, especially if you're right. If you're right, you have to. We're just in that world.
Yeah.
Think about this, even with the Puff shit, right? Lawsuit was coming out every 90 seconds. Every 90 seconds a lawsuit was coming out to the point where they're like, ain't Jay-Z his man? Throw him in. You know what I'm saying? Like it started getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, this is a scary time for players.
Yeah, man.
It's a real scary time.
That's the whole thing. I don't think it's a scary time for players. Me personally. I think it's a scary time for niggas who don't know how to move right.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say person like Puff, and I ain't jinxing nobody. I don't know his personal shit. Might be a little bit of karma with the shit he got going on. But when you somebody in newfound success, like I talked about this yesterday when you wasn't here, he has a different success now than from football. You attract a different audience. You gotta know how to move. You gotta know how to move when you're an athlete. I don't know, man. It's good that you gave it a take. I think that your take was really good. I'd say, but I had to say yesterday, I don't really have much to say today.
Yeah. Last thing I'll add, 2025, I said it before, I'll say it again. Healing. Hope people figure it out because there's a lot going on. And I promise y'all, this is not the start.
And then also, Mase, real quick, because Stat also said if you play in the snow, let it go.
Don't know how it's going to go.
You're not going to know how it's going to go. But she said she play in the snow.
I didn't say that. I didn't answer.
All right.
Yeah, everybody want to play in the snow till it's a blizzard.
Till it's a blizzard, it's crazy.
That blizzard comes, you're like, what I'm doing out here?
It's definitely a blizzard for niggas.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you gotta still. I mean, you got a lot of money. You can't really, unless you're gonna marry. That is because they don't play by the same rules. They didn't have the same upbringing. So their mindset is to do whatever you ask because when it goes wrong, they're gonna want their half.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna just say it's just the snow thing. Even just to this case, like ESPN, like if you are working for Disney, there's no Disney after dark. Like you have to know your role. I'm just saying,
You're
like
right.
you
That's
gotta
very
know
true.
what role you're in. Like certain people can do different things. You cannot do that over there. Not with Mickey Mouse. That's the problem.
Not with Goofy.
Not with Goofy.
Well, see, that's the thing about it too. Not to cut you guys off. The money that he's part of negotiating has nothing to do with ESPN. He's just a talent on First Take 3 days a week. The money he's supposed to get is from Club Shay Shay, Nightcap. He got Bubba Dub's show. He has another show with somebody else. He has like 4 or 5 different shows. Mm-hmm. And the money that he's being offered has nothing to do with ESPN. So if this money, it's one thing getting fired from ESPN. If that's the case, like I said, I'm not wishing that on anybody.
Right.
But this contract that he's about to negotiate is from all his shows outside of ESPN, the internet. This has nothing to do.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to
Today, we're diving into several stories that have social media going absolutely crazy right now. We've got Mase and Cam'ron finally speaking on Kanye West's latest controversy, Shannon Sharpe finding himself back in the spotlight yet again, and Nico Harrison making moves that have NBA fans all over the internet completely losing it. Trust me, this one is loaded, so make sure you stay locked in because we're covering it all. First up, we have to talk about the biggest story in the room, Kanye West. At this stage, you'd think nothing Kanye does could shock us anymore, right? Somehow, though, every single time he manages to find another way to dominate headlines and leave everybody talking. His latest public meltdown has taken over podcasts, social media timelines, barbershops, and group chats across the entire country. And now, two Harlem legends, Mase and Cam'ron, have weighed in with their own thoughts on the situation. If you know anything about these two, then you already know they weren't about to sugarcoat anything. Mase and Cam have built their reputations on speaking honestly, no matter who gets uncomfortable. So, when they addressed Kanye, they voiced opinions that many people in the industry have likely been thinking for a long time, but haven't been willing to say publicly. Mase, a man who has gone through his own very public transformation over the years, approached the conversation from a surprisingly personal angle. He reflected on what can happen when someone with Kanye's level of brilliance is also carrying tremendous personal struggles while lacking the right support system around them. According to Mase, operating without trusted people who are willing to be honest can become incredibly dangerous, especially for someone in Kanye's position. What made his comments stand out even more was the calm, measured way he delivered them, because sometimes a quiet truth lands harder than the loudest criticism. Cam'ron, meanwhile, brought the same unfiltered Harlem energy fans have come to expect. Cam wasn't interested in walking on eggshells or softening his words for anybody. Instead, he dissected the situation with a mixture of humor, honesty, and hard truths that only Cam can deliver. What made this entire discussion so fascinating is that both Mase and Cam actually have real relationships and history with Kanye. These aren't outsiders offering random opinions from a distance. They've lived through the same music business, experienced many of the same pressures, and emerged with perspectives that carry genuine credibility. The overall message from both men seemed clear. Kanye remains an undeniable creative genius, but he's also someone who appears to be going through serious struggles, and the people around him need to start being more truthful with him. That perspective has resonated with a lot of fans online, because for many people, the situation stopped being entertaining a long time ago and started feeling genuinely troubling. Now, shifting gears, let's talk about Shannon Sharpe, because somehow this man always finds himself at the center of the conversation. And honestly, sports media wouldn't be nearly as entertaining without him. Shannon has successfully transformed himself from NFL Hall of Famer into one of the most influential and discussed personalities in all of media. But recently, the discussions surrounding Shannon have expanded far beyond football and sports debates. The latest Shannon Sharpe developments involve the kind of personal drama that reminds everyone that
even major media figures are still human beings dealing with complicated situations behind the scenes. Shannon has always built his brand on confidence, conviction, and never backing away from an argument. He's the type of personality who will look directly into the camera and say exactly what's on his mind without hesitation. That's precisely why audiences continue tuning in. But when that same intense energy spills beyond the studio, things can become a whole lot more complicated. Once that same energy starts spilling over into situations away from the cameras, though, the conversation changes completely. Right now, social media seems completely divided on Shannon's situation. One side believes Shannon has consistently shown accountability throughout his career and feels that people should wait for all the details before rushing to conclusions. Then there's the other camp that argues this isn't something new at all, claiming the warning signs have existed for years and that celebrity status often shields people from consequences that ordinary individuals would never avoid. What nobody can deny, however, is that Shannon Sharpe is under a brighter spotlight than ever before, and the way he handles this chapter could ultimately reveal far more about his character than any viral clip, debate segment, or headline ever could. Now, let's switch gears and talk about Nico Harrison, because the Dallas Mavericks front office has made some decisions lately that have NBA fans seriously confused. When Nico first stepped into the general manager role, he arrived with a respected reputation and a clear vision for where he wanted the organization to go. A lot of people bought into that vision. But some of the recent moves coming out of Dallas have left fans and analysts openly questioning whether the franchise is heading in the right direction. When you're fortunate enough to have a generational superstar like Luka Dončić on your roster, there is virtually no room for major mistakes. Every move you make should revolve around one mission and one mission only, maximizing Luka's chances to compete for championships. Yet the criticism surrounding Nico Harrison continues to grow because many observers believe several of these decisions don't align with that objective. From trade rumors to roster decisions to communication with players and those close to them, nearly every aspect of the Mavericks organization has come under intense scrutiny, and according to many critics, not all of what they're seeing has inspired confidence. To be fair, though, being an NBA general manager may be one of the toughest and most unforgiving jobs in professional sports. You're constantly juggling ownership expectations, player relationships, salary cap limitations, and public pressure all at the same time. That's an incredibly difficult balancing act, and it's always easier for people to criticize decisions after the fact than it is to make those calls in real time. Still, when the criticism remains this steady and is coming from respected voices throughout the league, it's impossible to ignore. The reality is simple. Dallas has a championship window, and that window is directly connected to Luka performing at his peak. Every questionable decision made in that front office could represent an opportunity that the organization never gets back. If you've made it this far, then you already know what to do. Head down to the comments and tell me which stories stood out to you the most today. Was it the latest developments involving Kanye, the ongoing Shannon Sharpe situation, or the controversy surrounding Nico Harrison and the Mavericks? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe now, because we're bringing conversations like this every single time. Also, don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to join the discussion. I'll catch you all in the next one.